Okay, firstly, I'd like to apologise about the last video. It could have been done a bit better, and I know some of you must think that's an understatement. But it was very last minute, and it was coming up to 11 o'clock at night, and I don't normally stay up that late, or at least not on the computer, because sometimes there's something good on TV at that time, but not usually. And I do have to get up early to get to college in the morning, so so now that I've got that out of the way, we can concentrate on the battle. Look, the mono flying types, that's very cool, I must admit, even if it is a little annoying. So they've just gone fake out, which means I can't pull off my strategy with slarking and the mummy ability. If you watched the last video, you would know about that. And now they've just gone nasty plot, which means they're going to spam moves, and I know that Pokemon has more potential than spamming moves. Being a legendary, it's going to have a wide move set, so it's something to explore. So that flying one is actually part of one of the legendary trios. It's based off some Japanese something or other. The Japanese people do have a wild imagination. Like they dream up things like tentacle porn, which is some very strange phenomenon. I really don't understand how people like that. I've just got some weird images in my head now, but I'm just gonna. Anyway, I've just gone Will-O-Wisp, and that's part. Well, I obviously want to cut their attack with the burn, but that's also for my Hex attack, which does double the damage if they're affected by a major status element, such as burn, poison, etc. So not confusion or infatuation. And they've just gone Thunderbolt, by the way. Now they've just popped my air balloon, which I can't remember what they did because the ROM is showing it in Japanese, but the air balloon works by making my Pokemon float until he gets hit by a move. So I put it on there so Ampharos is not hit by ground type attacks, which would be super effective, as you know. And on my Hex attack, I was hoping it to faint it, but it didn't, because it gets stab, and it's up to 100 power now. Thanks to it being affected by a major status element, and that was light screen, by the way, not reflect. Actually, I don't think Ampharos can learn reflect, but anyway, I was hoping that with the reflect, Cofagrigus would survive the Thunderbolt, but alas, it cracks and faints. Because I've made my Cofagrigus one sturdy sarcophagus. It's got 145 base defense and 105 base special defense, and I've maxed out its defenses just so it can survive a few moves and set up trick room and stuff. And it gets the burn damage and it survives the 1 HP. That's happened so many times. Like one of my stacking users Focus Blast, their Pokemon normally survives with like 2 HP or something ridiculous like that. It never seems to faint it in one shot. Never. That's never happened before. And that was toxic, by the way, so I just poisoned their Pokemon. They've actually increased the accuracy of toxic to 90 now. I think it was 85 in 4th gen. And that move is my Cotton Guard. It raises its defense by 3 stages, so 150%. Ampharos is one of the few Pokemon that can learn it, so I wanted to take advantage of that, because it's very good against ground type attacks such as Earthquake, which is a very common move. And this Thunderbolt actually does a little more than I would have liked or expected, considering I got the reflect up, although I suppose nasty plot, but at the same time Throw is a very bulky Pokemon. I remember first time I encountered it, my moves weren't doing that much to it, even though my Pokemon was a higher level, and they actually got a bite off successfully, which I wasn't expecting. I was hoping to be able to feint it before then. So then after that I caught it, and now it's here on my team, and I'm actually really pleased because it's done quite well, and its Wide Guard protects me from things like Blizzard spammers and Water Spout as well. And if you notice that their sprite actually changes colour when they're affected by status ailment, which I think is quite cool. And that was Stone Age, by the way. It nearly one-shots their mono flying type, which I don't know the name of. See, I was annoyed about that, as I was with the Hex. Although this next move makes up for it, because that Dragon is actually dark as well. and I get a lucky critical, because criticals are more common in 5th gen than they are in other generations for some reason. I don't know why they did that, because although it helped here, it's actually very annoying, because when my opponent gets a lucky critical on my Cofagrigus, I can't set things up correctly. And as you know, the Cofagrigus is an essential part of this team, because if Slacking doesn't get Mummy ability, its usefulness is greatly diminished, because Taunt is a major downside. And Throw actually survives, although it does get paralyzed. So their flying type, which I don't know the name of, is just about to finish use the poison. It's been there since the start, so I'm glad to finally get rid of it. It's always been doing is spamming moves, and I know for a fact it has a lot more potential than just nasty plot and move spamming. Right, so their next Pokemon is the fossil one. So this is another Pokemon with an ability that can put it as a disadvantage, because its ability means that when its HP falls below half, its attack and special attack are halved. So that is a Pokemon I would like to maybe use on the Tribbles battle team, so I can give it Mummy and make it more effective. So they've gone Earthquake, and Throw was never going to survive. And Ampharos, actually, the Cotton Guard really paid off, and now I go for Discharge. And yeah, I think I put Discharge on there because I think it can work with Throw's Wide Guard. I've never actually tried that, but I know it can potentially work. I'm surprised I actually won this considering the Pokemon they were using, but that's my first win.